Hello everybody and welcome back to a slightly different video today. Today's video is going to be over some different items and sectors of the market that I'm currently keeping my eyes on to see how they perform with upcoming events or just normal market conditions affecting them. These are the items that I'm keeping my eyes on, so if you're not already looking at them, maybe this video will encourage you to. Anyway, we'll get into the video after a quick word from our sponsor, SkinSwap. This video is sponsored by SkinSwap. So SkinSwap is a marketplace and trading site, and it's got a ton of great features. If you want to swap out some of your old skins for new ones, you can go ahead and use the Trades tab. They've got a huge inventory of different items to choose from, but if you just want to instantly cash out your skins, they also have a sell feature that allows you to put your skins in and get paid directly. Or you can even use the site as a regular marketplace and you can buy discounted skins directly from their inventory. When you use the link in the description, you can get a completely free item, and also SkinSwap offers a 40% deposit bonus. So go check out SkinSwap with the link below. Thanks. Alright, first and foremost, a sector that has seen quite a bit of movement recently, and that is the 3 discontinued operation cases, which are Riptide, Broken Fang, and Shattered Web. But more specifically, one of the key areas here that I'm really interested in is the Riptide Reds. Interestingly, this covert tier in particular seems to be underperforming compared to the other 2 covert tiers from the other 2 cases, despite the Riptide case having better performance than the other 2 cases. Clearly, the Riptide case has demand for other reasons than its coverts. The pretty obvious difference is that it has the Gamma Knife finishes, which are very popular right now. But even with that, it's still pretty interesting that the Reds are still so relatively cheap. The prices on coverts from the Riptide case mimic coverts from regular cases, not discontinued operation ones. Now the Elite Museo does make a little bit more sense to me because it does seem to be a very low demand AK. Not a lot of people are big fans of it, and with demand being such an important driving force in the CS market, its price begins to make a little bit more sense. The Ocean Drive on the other hand though is kind of weird. I see the Ocean Drive actually quite a lot when I'm playing. It seems to be a fairly popular Deagle skin, and even though its price is a lot higher than the Elite Museo's, it's still comparatively cheap as well. So that's definitely one that raises some eyebrows, and I'm interested to see how that goes going forward. Another big one from the general collection is the cybersecurity from the Broken Fang case. That seems to be a really popular and incredible M4, and although its price is in the more sense-making ranges, I'm mainly concerning myself with this particular M4 because of the unboxing rate of the Broken Fang case being higher than the other 2 cases, and the cybersecurity M4 being a premier skin from it. Now another more general sector of the market that I'm looking at concerning stickers is the Cato 15 market. Basically I was just doing some poking around and I noticed that the Cato 15 market is actually very down. Now historically the Cato 15 market has sort of been in its own little bubble, kind of floating along and not really following the trends of the normal market, but it's really interesting to see this steady and major of a downtrend for it, especially considering how old and how desired the stickers are. Although I personally think this term is a little silly to use in the CS market, it kind of looks like a buy flag. But anyway, the main thing that sticks out to me with the Cato 15 market is just how steady this downtrend is. It doesn't make a lot of fundamental sense, so we'll see how that goes. Another thing I'm watching, although I tend to be an agent hater, are the Daryl Agents. Although agents seem to be more of an afterthought, the Daryl Agents have been very popular for a long time. Price-wise, the Miami Daryl skin still sits at the top, with Daryl Royale being sort of the affordable option. Although agents in general haven't really seen performance that's really worth writing home about, they have kind of surprised me and have risen more than I expected. Uniquely, the Daryl Agents kind of improve your overall HUD, and that makes them a little bit more popular than other agents. Although I would consider myself generally biased against agents, it's true that they are supply capped, and with Miami Daryl being such a center point of the entire agent lineup, it'll be really interesting to see how it performs going forward, considering no more Miami Daryls can be added to the game. Now a collection I've kind of had my eye on is Mirage 2021. Although Mirage is still in the active pool, which means we'll get more souvenir packages for it, I've seen a ton of talk about the Desert Hydra in general. It's a skin that I see keep getting brought up in a lot of different conversations, so out of all the collections that were released with Operation Riptide, Mirage is one that sticks out to me. I really see this collection doing well deep into the future. Once Mirage has potentially rotated out of the active duty pool, seems to be a lot of demand for it, and compared to other Operation collections, this one is actually kind of full of really good looking skins. The Deagle Fennec Fox is another one, and in terms of Operation Pinks, it's definitely up there with the likes of the AK Hydroponic for being one of the better Operation Pinks ever released. Anyway, it's a cool collection that seems to have a lot more demand than other collections from the same tier, so I'm keeping an eye on it. By extension, Dust 2021 is also kind of an interesting one here because it was removed from the active pool. As far as I'm aware, Dust 2 won't be available at Copenhagen 2024, so we won't get more souvenir packages. However, we did already see a pretty major hype spike when Dust originally got replaced with Anubis, so in terms of that initial hype spike, the ship is kind of already sailed, but now scarcity really becomes a factor, and it'll be interesting to see how the Dust 2021 collection performs. And the final sector I've been watching is with Doppler knives. These have been a very hot button topic in the skin community, where a lot of the Doppler phases that were generally a lot more hated suddenly became a lot cooler. It's caused people to talk about them a lot, especially lots of talks about them potentially getting reverted, which I personally don't think will happen and kind of just seems like cope to me, but you never know. Now one really interesting trend with Doppler knives is that they generally tend to be quite a bit cheaper than fade knives. despite Doppler getting a lot more attention than Fade recently. This sticks out to me mainly because the gap in their prices is so big. For example, if you want a butterfly gamma Doppler factory new, that's going to run you about 14,000 RMB, but a Fade butterfly knife will run you more like 20,000 RMB. That's a pretty major gap considering there's been so much talk about Doppler knives compared to Fade knives. So that leads me to a potentially hot take conclusion about Doppler knives, which is that right now their prices are kind of being held back by the skepticism on them potentially getting reverted. Again, this is not something that I see happening, so if we continue to get more and more updates and no Doppler changes happen, I could definitely see a world where the skepticism starts to wear off more and their prices are able to sort of explode. So that for sure is a big thing that I'm watching. Anyway, those are the major items and sectors that I've been keeping my eyes on. Let me know in the comments below what you've been watching and any questions you might have. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Helps me immensely and costs you absolutely nothing. Subscribe to the channel for the best CS2 investing content anywhere else on YouTube. Check out my Discord server and my Twitter with the links in the description below. You can ask me questions completely for free, and I'll answer them when I have time. And if you want to pick up any new investments, be sure to check out SkinSwap. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Peace.